printed this the other day, and there's a time lapse on the channel of it, but I was going to leave it like this. But then I remembered I have a tin of ivory spray paint. So basically I'm going to see if I can make this look like a cubone skull. The thing is, it's missing like a couple of details and it needs filling in, which is where this is going to come in a sec. Like, it's missing a couple of lines here and a couple of lines here, so I'm going to try and add all that detail, like score it in, smooth it all off, and just paint it, really, see what comes out of this. I don't know if it's going to be an entertaining video, but I'm just going to stand here, speed up the next bit of footage of me applying loads of knife and putty to this, because I printed it on a very rough print. So there we are. Let's see what happens next. It dried, I sanded it. It's not perfect, but it doesn't really need to be. So now I'm going to spray paint it with filler primer. I don't know if I already showed this, but it's really cheap shit, but it works. So that's all that really matters. So yeah, this next bit is going to be sprayed up. I don't know if I sped up the last bit or if I actually bothered using it, but this is just me going to give it a sand, because that is a lot smoother than it was, and it will help the primer, and it will, the final result will just be better. Right, always wear a mask and be in a well ventilated area. You can probably hear my fan going crazy. That's the extractor fan. Always wear a mask. If you're impatient like I can and have a hairdryer, now is the time. As this is a 3D print, you don't want to put too much heat on it because it will melt. Ask me how I know. That's a quick first sand. It's coming through. I still got to dry it a little bit. Don't be worried if you get back down to that, it just means that was a high spot. That just means I've got to finish drying this. So, second coat, filler primer, dry, sand, dry, sand, dry, sand until it is smooth. Get back to you when that happens. So, sorry about the noise from this, you can probably hear it, but after much sanding, priming, sanding, priming, sanding, doesn't look like a 3D print anymore. This is like the final coat. There are a load of imperfections and scratches and stuff, but honestly I think that adds to the piece, so I'm going to leave it. I think the final coat is ivory. Alright, you stop mooning. But yeah, an ivory coat. So I'm just going to start spraying. Going to let that dry a bit, but I'm impatient, so the hairdryer is coming back out and we'll just go to town. Right, now I think I have a hairdryer enough, it's fine. The last thing I'm going to do, because this is shiny and bones aren't generally this shiny when I've seen them when they're old, so I'm going to knock it down with a matte finish clear coat. This will also help make that solid and durable, as it says there, durable and quick. So when I'm not going to sky the lines in here and here like I was going to. I'm going to paint them on, I think, because only a couple of lines, I'll paint them, it'll be fine. They're straight lines anyway, and then I'll do a bit of, I don't know, I have to figure out how I'm going to dry brush this if I feel like it, but this is basically it. I've turned a 3D printed object that clearly look 3D printed into something that doesn't look 3D printed, and it wasn't that difficult. To be honest, you can do this. So I'm just going to hit it up with this. Not going to be too precise, trust me. I don't, that's it. I want quite a good coat of this. Don't spray paint like this, ever. It's really not the way to do it. There we go. That's myself. It's not the way to spray paint. Let's put that away. As you can probably hear my fan this whole time. It's not the way to do it. But, there. Once I hit this with the hairdryer, it should go matte. And then I'll leave it to dry. And that's it. Cubone skull. Sanded, painted, look good. All the little imperfections make it look better. As a piece for put on your desk. Looks pretty good. Doesn't look 3D printed. Unless you look too close, but don't look too close. And that's it. See you in another video.